All I ever wanted to do was preach.
Someone is stealing from this ministry. And that someone is in this room right now.
Okay, so you're not going anywhere. Who's to say you're not taking money out that bag to help you with those 3 growing boys you have?
Some nerve you have, considering the church has to lend you money every month to help you cover your mortgage payment.
What gets put in the log is what I receive. I'll quit before I get called a liar and a thief.
If you walk out that door, I'll call the police right now and have you arrested.
I'm not going to ask you again.
I have nothing to hide. If you think I've done something wrong, then prove it.
That's our family account. That's only we barely use that account.
Who has access to it?
Only the family. Can you give me access to the camera surveillance logs? I need to find out who's stealing money from the church.
Either I tell him or you tell him.
Do you have a gambling problem?
That's media. You know, that's all trash that they're spreading. Them is all lies. I was not gambling. They heard one story and they ran with it. If you would please give me some time to pray. I don't need anybody else finding out about this.
I was gonna wait till after my sermon this morning to address an issue that we're having here in Revelation, but I feel the Lord.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine as long as I want my money. Get him right now. Go give me my money.
All I ever wanted to do was preach. It came natural to me. I was born to do it. And I love every aspect of the calling, except for this part. God, I need your help. I need your guidance. Please. Come in. Hey.
Everybody's ready.
Kenny too?
Myself a Kenny, sir.
That's my son.
Can I get you anything?
Coffee. Hey Johnson,
Yes, sir.
let me ask you something. You think I'm a good leader? Honestly.
Pastor, I want to be here if you want.
I'll see you out there. Johnson's good. Johnson's a good brother. He's always been supportive. Wouldn't suspect him. But my son, what I'm gonna do with Kenny? It's making me look bad. He's always late.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
Pastor, it is unlike you to call impromptu meetings, and there are several things I need to accomplish before service. Will this be long? I do not want to miss praise and worship.
Right. Well, maybe if you'd stop calling in on Fridays, your work would be done.
Considering I have to fix all of your work, I wouldn't have to call in on Friday anyway.
Okay, listen up. First lady, not right now.
Well, it's the truth.
This meeting is not meant to be long, it's meant to be informative. All right? So I'm gonna just get straight to the point. I have a couple things I want to say.
Should we pray first?
You know, I've been here since 6 a.m., been praying all morning, so let's accept the fact that God is already in the midst.
Amen.
So now we all know that only 20 to 30% of New Revelation members pay their tithes, correct?
Right.
Can you all imagine if the entire congregation did their part, paid their tithes, and gave their offerings? This ministry will be able to do any and everything it needed to do.
Yeah.
Everything we talked about, correct? Now, as leaders, we lead the way, right? So I assume everybody on this leadership team is doing their part and paying their tithes, correct? Well, really? I see it differently. Over the past several months, I took a closer look to the finances, and I was thoroughly surprised. Let me see those envelopes. I have here everybody's tithe reports over the last quarter. Johnson, pass these around. Find your name, pull your envelope, and pass the rest around, and do not open them until I ask you to.
Are you giving us these just to show us? Or are you expecting us to give an account of our finances in front of all these people? What's your goal with this?
What's my goal? I want everybody to be accountable to each other. I need to know that the people in this room have my back, and based on the giving, some of you aren't committed to this ministry. And if you're not, then that's fine. But I need leaders to lead by example, Joey.
So you're saying we're only good leaders if we're paying tithes?
No. What I'm saying is, as leaders, you're all mature. You're all seasoned enough to understand the significance of giving.
Right.
Yes.
You all have some form of education, correct? You all have some form of employment. Some of you even work full-time at this ministry. Now, it's always been a requirement that if you're a leader at New Revelation, you pay your tithe.
I've given 100% of my tithes to this church for the past 10 years.
Well, apparently I'm not speaking to you.
No, I mean, he's talking to the ones that know they have it, that committed to it, that used to pay it and have stopped, and aren't given a reason why.
Right.
What if people just don't have it?
Everybody's got something. Those shoes you're wearing are looking mighty new.
They are new, and actually yours look pretty new too.
Thank you.
Watch yourself, daughter. Don't go disrespecting the First Lady. Pastor, I know I pay my tithes. I always have, always will. And I don't need anyone up in here thinking I'm the one not paying. So there y'all have it.
My tithes are paid.
So am I.
Mine and you. Put them all in. I see yours in
The
there.
devil is a liar.
Listen, everybody. I didn't hand you those envelopes to go over your personal information in front of everyone. I handed them to you so you can see your own information for yourselves.
Well, Daddy, everybody...
Excuse me? Did you forget what we are?
Church. Sorry. Pastor, everybody in here has said they are paying their tithes. Are you saying we aren't? What's the problem? I don't get it.
Go ahead and open your envelopes.
Wait a second. This is incorrect. The devil is a liar. This is not right.
This is not right.
Mine is wrong. So is mine.
So I received an update late last night from our accountant. And she asked me to run a report and give her an update because her numbers did not match ours. That's what I did, and this is what I found.
Well, you can see the reports are wrong. I don't get the point of all this.
Really, either your accountant is way off or...
Or what?
Someone is stealing.
Exactly. Someone is stealing from this ministry. And that someone is in this room right now.
Wait, what I missed?
I want to see everyone who has access to the finances in my office. Now! Come on, let's go! Kenny, don't be late again.
Look, so how do we track this? I mean, we all have some type of access, but I know I haven't done anything wrong.
I've done nothing wrong either, and I don't have access to bank accounts. I only control the petty cash account, and that's all cash, and I turn a report into you weekly, Pastor, with receipts.
Yeah, Faith, everything's fine. Petty cash is all there, all accounted for. That's all.
So I can go.
No.
What? Why?
She makes deposits for the church, right?
Yes, I do, but I can't take money out the bank. I can only put money in the bank. So I can go, right?
Wrong.
Sheila, what is the problem?
The problem is she can skim off the top, William. Don't play with me.
What are you talking about?
She means you can take the money out of the bank bag before you make the deposit at the bank.
Doing that?
Okay, so you're not going anywhere. Who's to say you're not taking money out that bag to help you with those 3 growing boys you have, whose father hasn't helped you in over 3 years? according to the sob stories you tell anyone who will listen to you.
She has a point, Sister Taylor. It ain't easy raising 3 kids on 1 income.
Oh, Joey, some nerve you have considering the church has to lend you money every month to help you cover your mortgage payment. Maybe you and your non-working wife needed the money too.
Pastor Young, you told me that information stayed confidential.
Joey, at this level, nothing stays confidential.
Joey, listen, look, everything about your situation was not made public, all right? Now, every member who requests finances have to be voted on by a committee and approved here in this room, all right? So it's fine.
Well, I asked for the money the way the church protocol.
But you handled the money enough to know how to take it.
Pastor, do you know how much is missing?
Yeah, I can tell you that right now. $68,481.
What?
$70,000? How long has this been going on?
Based on what me and the accountant showed the last 4 months. But $20,000 was missing from the building fund after we raised that $42,000 offer.
Where did the other money get taken from?
The weekly tithe. That's why I handed you all your reports today. The way I see it is that you all know if you've been paying your tithes or not, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I know you that you're consistent givers. So when I saw the report look like Swiss cheese, that's when I got concerned.
So wait, you want people to think that the report was wrong?
No, son. I wanted the reports to be right and just figured people didn't have the money to pay. But when everybody was like, I've been paying my tithes and then seeing the building fund money missing, that's when I knew we had a thief.
So who is it?
So who needs the money the most?
Someone is cooking the books by taking the tithe money, whoever paid in cash, not adding it to that person's register, so folks' reports look like they didn't pay the tithes instead of them stealing the money. That's smart.
Nigga, what? Why is that smart?
I never thought of that. But if I did, that's the way to do it. There's no tracking it because it's all cash money. It all becomes a big he said, she said thing after that.
Look, the only people that do the books around here are Deacon Marks, Joey, and Johnson. So it's gotta be one of y'all 3 stealing from this church.
Ooh, he's right.
Yeah, so what do you guys have to say about that?
Yep.
Can any of you guys answer to that? Look, we're all family here. Let's just be honest and handle this professionally.
I have nothing to hide. If you think I've done something wrong, prove it.
Me neither. I only assist Deacon Johnson. I do what they say, how they say it.
I do the books, but I ain't made no $70,000 mistake, I can tell you that. I log the tithes in just like I always have. What gets put in the log is what I've received. I'll quit before I get called a liar and a thief.
Johnson, stop him! Deacon Marks, if you walk out that door, I'll call the police right now and have you arrested.
No, we won't. Sheila, put the phone down.
Look here, Johnson. Either you get to moving, or we get this furniture to move in.
Deacon Marks, come sit down.
Johnson, I'm not gonna ask you again.
Who is it?
Hello?
Who?
Hello?
Who's that? Johnson, get the door.
Pastor, I'm so sorry to bother you.
Evangelist Lewis, whatever it is, it can wait. I have to deal with something right now, okay?
Pastor, I know who took the money.
Who?
Can you step out here? I don't want to do this right here.
Everybody stay right here.
No, why can't we all hear if she knows who it is?
I agree with him, William. We all should hear this.
Look, it's a safe place. Say what you have to say.
It was Kenny.
What?
I am so sorry. I love you so much, but I had to tell them the truth. Oh, Jesus, I am so sorry.
Son, what is she talking about?
Look, I know what she's talking about, but it's not like that.
So it's true, Kenny? How could you do this to me and your father?
Pastor, are you gonna call the police?
Kenny, where's this money?
So you stole the church's money?
And he stole from me.
What do you mean he stole from you? Look, somebody start explaining this to me right now.
Kenny, you tell them what you did to me. And you tell them what you said you would do to the church if need be. Tell them.
Kenny? Kenneth DeMonte Young, if you don't open your mouth...
Pastor, I know that this is your son, but we're dealing with the people's money. Now, you're gonna need to give an account for this. We need a plan.
We don't need a plan. The person going to jail needs a plan.
Hey.
Forget it. If he won't tell y'all what happened, I will. So, a couple of months ago, Kenny called me after choir rehearsal. He asked me could he come over to my house. And he said he needed some help, he wanted to talk, and he needed some advice. So I said, okay, come on over. So about 20 minutes later, he gets to my house and he was really worried about his money situation. He said that his checks from the church had been like hit or miss. And that was surprising to me because Pastor hadn't said anything about the church being in a financial crunch. But I figured since it was the pastor's son giving me this information, that the Young family wanted to keep it internal. Then he goes on to say that for the past 2 months, he's not been making his payments for his rent, for his car note, for his insurance, for his cell phone, everything. Then he asked me if I could help him out, and he told me that he needed $8,000, which covered 2 months of pay, plus a little for reserve so that he could sustain himself. And then he asked me if I could keep it quiet because Pastor didn't want anybody to find out. Then he said that Pastor had a plan to get the church back on track.
What was that plan?
You know that big building fund offering we took that one Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was talking about. And I expected to hear back from Kenny regarding my money, but I never heard from him. So I confronted him.
At the church?
No, Vickie Tran's restaurant.
Vickie Tran's Bar and Grill? What are you doing over there? It ain't a place for a woman of the cloth.
That ain't a place for a church person, period.
Well, once a month, Vickie's has this jazz night. And I go down there and get myself a little happy hour. Harold and I used to go there for a long time before he passed.
You drink?
I just wet my whistle. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't been saved all my life now.
So Kenny met you down there for jazz night?
No, I didn't say that. I said I saw Kenny on the other side of the restaurant where they have those pool tables and such. So as I walked to the restroom, I saw Kenny surrounded by some men. And one of those men didn't look too happy with Kenny. So I decided to, step in a little closer so I can hear what's going on. So I heard the man say to Kenny that he would hurt him if he didn't pay him his money. And he said he was going to take the money from the church if he had to. Then Kenny said no, he didn't have to do that, but that he would take the money from the church if he had to. I had heard enough. And then I figured out that Kenny had lied to me. So I said, I'm going to go out to his car and I'm going to confront him. So I went out to his car and waited for him. And then Kenny came outside. He saw me and he was apologizing. He said he was scared. These men were going to hurt him and he didn't know what he was going to do. And he apologized. Then the next thing I know, he got in his car and left.
So you think he took the money to pay his debts?
Well, when Pastor came in this morning talking about somebody was stealing money, I immediately knew it was Kenny making good on his promise.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I really was gonna pay you back. I'm sorry I lied to get your money, but I was afraid.
Son, did you pay these men off?
No, not all of it. I didn't have the money to pay them.
How much more do you owe? 500, 600? What is it? Give my checkbook. You should have came to me first, son.
10,000.
What?
They're probably gonna try to make me pay more.
What did you do with the church's money?
I never took the church's money. I begged, borrowed, and stole from people, but not from this church.
What?
Mom, I gambled and lost, but I never took money from this church. Look, I don't have access to the finances like that. If I tried to take a deposit from the bank, I need another board member's signature.
Exactly, so why would you tell that man you would get the money from the church, Kenny?
I was telling him whatever I needed to so he wouldn't hurt me. They still looking for me. I ain't stayed in my place in days, because on Thursday when I was coming home from rehearsal, I saw their car parked outside my place and I kept driving. That's why I was late this morning. I've been staying with Michelle and she lives like an hour away.
How can we believe anything he's saying?
Look, if I had taken that money, wouldn't I have something to show for it? Look, if you don't believe me, ask what's been happening at the bank. Ask them for everything that's happened in the past 6 months.
Pastor, it's almost time for service. What are we gonna do?
Pastor, we can't tell the people. It'll make us all look bad. I just say we figure it out first and then let them know once the problem's solved.
Pastor, I promise you that word is slowly starting to spread, considering you held that leadership meeting this morning. People have probably already started talking and started to blame somebody. Whispers have already started.
William, I agree with Faith.
What?
Let him whisper. We'll tell him in our own time.
As soon as you say it, expect for half of the members to not be back on next Sunday.
Don't tell them, let's wait. If you're willing to tell them, then you have to be willing to lose them.
I'll let everybody know as soon as my sermon is over today.
Completely, yes. My soul says yes.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Hallelujah. 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 Come on, give God some praise. Give God some praise. Amen. Amen. I was going to wait till after my sermon this morning to address an issue that we're having here in Revelation, but I feel the Lord pressing.
Let's talk about Kenny, ladies and gentlemen. Kenny, where's my money? Get him, please. Give me my money, Kenny. Where's my money? Kenny, if I gotta run after you, I swear I'm gonna hurt you. Where's my money? What you got me running for, Kenny, huh?
Take him to the car. Look, I want my son. I don't know you, I just want my son.
Hold on, fellas. Let him loose. Let him loose. Let him loose. He good. You good? Calm down. Calm down.
Relax.
We good. We good.
Hold on. It's all right. Reverend Young, we ain't come here to cause no problems. But Kenny, you mess with the wrong people's money. Let's get out of here. Kenny, your daddy ain't gonna be there to save you forever. Reverend. Evening, church family. Let's go.
Come on, back in. Everybody, let's get back inside. Come on, Johnson.
It'd be greatly appreciated if we can have an officer periodically checking on the family. Yes. Okay. Thank you. She says she can't promise anything, but she'll send a request up to her supervisor requesting to have an officer in the area.
I expected that. There ain't nothing we can do about it, so you can go ahead and go home, Johnson. We'll be fine.
Thank you.
Honestly, Pastor, I don't feel safe leaving you guys alone.
It's fine.
Yeah, go be with your family. We're gonna be all right.
Appreciate you coming by.
Well, Pastor, I took the initiative to send an email out to all of the leaders about upholding the social media policy. They all responded saying they would be mindful of what they post on their personal pages, as well as watch auxiliary members' pages.
Have people been talking about it?
Yes, ma'am. And some even have video. But ever since I sent out the email, I've noticed that the videos have come down, and people are starting to ask others to pray.
Yeah, that was smart. That was a smart thing to do. I mean, people gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. You can't stop social media.
Yeah.
Good move. All right, Johnson, go home, man.
All right, good night.
You okay?
Yeah. With all the stuff that's going on, Daddy will never make Bishop. He was so close. Kenny, why did you let this get so far?
We could have tried to help you, Ken.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring this on the family. I thought I had it under control.
Well, clearly you didn't, and now look.
I mean, they'll overlook some of the stuff because Dad can't control everything.
His own son does something that's crazy? No, The board will never overlook that. They didn't do it for Elder James, and he had way less of a situation going on than this.
When's the meeting?
Any day now. They probably actually should have had that meeting already.
Look, I don't understand how this all works. So he has a meeting with these bishops, and they put him under a microscope and judge him and see if he's good enough to be one of them?
Yeah, in a nutshell, that's how it works, babe.
What are they looking for?
Well, I mean, they know no one's perfect, but you should be a pretty good example as a pastor. have great character, follow the doctrine, have a decent sized membership, be a trendsetter, have your finances in check, great community relations, and of course, no controversy. Man, they've had a squeaky clean image at least for the past 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, nothing since Bishop Avery went through that messy divorce and his wife became a pastor and split the church. It was a mess. There was tons of bad PR about how the organization was doing things and how some bishops paid their way to the top.
Why would anybody want to be a part of that?
Well, I mean, it really brings a lot of respect to you as a pastor. They help you build your brand and strengthen your relationships with powerful people in the city. It gives your church more of a voice for the community when things are changing politically.
It's a lot that goes into it, man. I mean, these are just a few things. Some stuff we don't even know.
Kenny, you really put Dad in a bad spot. I bet he's praying they don't ask to meet anytime soon. He needs to get a handle on all this stuff going on so at least he can have a way to explain it. Right now, he doesn't have a clue.
I mean, Ken really put himself in a bad spot, too. You can't run from this forever.
I know.
But Kenny, I'm sure if push came to shove, I could speak to my mother on your behalf.
Babe,
See if she's anything you could do.
No, we would never ask your mother for such a thing.
We're practically family, and that's what family does. We help each other out when we need it.
My daddy would never.
Your father would never do what?
Nothing. Mom, we were just explaining to Arnold that Dad would never accept a handout in this type of situation.
John, I was just telling him that I wouldn't mind speaking to my mother on behalf of Kenny and Mr. Young.
Thank you, but we're not going to do that. We'll handle this.
Just so you know, if you need it, I don't mind talking to her.
Kenny, did you clean that room yet?
No, ma'am, not yet. I'll probably just chill out here.
No, you probably won't. Go clean that room.
Hey, everything okay, Mr. Young?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just waiting to hear back from Brenda.
Well, what's taking so long?
I have no idea.
Well, has there been any progress?
I haven't heard anything.
Why is it taking so long? That's the problem.
What's the deal? I mean, can you call her
Well,
back?
hold on. This might be.
At least.
Hey, Brenda. I'm sorry. Who is this? Hey, Bishop. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Thanks for checking on us. Kenny's right here. He's standing right in front of me. Yes, sir. No, he's gonna be with us for a while. Yeah. Wednesday. Yes, sir. Okay. Bye.
Who was that?
Bishop Edwards.
Bishop Edwards?
Yeah.
You mean chairman of the Bishop's Board, Bishop Edwards?
Yeah, he wants to meet at the church on Wednesday, some sort of prelim before going to the board.
It's okay, this is a mess.
Daddy, you know if they hear about all this mess, you won't make Bishop.
I know, it's like they waited for something like this to happen.
So what are we gonna do?
Look, we're gonna tell them what they need to hear.
Wait, so you saying lie?
No, I'm saying tell them what they need to hear. It means that we're gonna have this story out by Wednesday. It'll be okay.
Okay.
We got this. I think.
Babe, why is Kenny on the chair?
I told him to make up that room.
Son. No more eggs?
No.
Never mind. I'm gonna get out of here.
You're leaving kind of early though, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna see you at the church, huh?
Did you see this?
What is that?
Come here. Read it.
What?
These papers didn't even ask anybody from our side what happened. This is ridiculous. And they put my name in the paper with having a gambling issue. I get crucified, they cash out. Whatever.
I'll see you later.
Right.
child. Don't allow him to learn the hard way. Let this be a lesson for him that changes his life for the better. I don't know if I can take something happening to my only son.
Why are you reading that mess?
This is serious, Will.
I know, I read it this morning.
Do you have a gambling problem?
Brenda, you know me better than that. Why would you even ask me that?
It's all over the paper.
Look, those people didn't have the decency to get a statement from anyone from our side.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's written here, so people are going to believe what they read.
Yeah. Can I see those deposit slips, please?
No.
What do you mean, no? That's what we're here for.
Yes, I do, but it's on my email, and I don't get reception in this area. But once we get inside, Melanie will show us everything we need to see. There's Melanie now.
How are you doing this morning? Good. I'm good, thanks. Brenda, I got your email last night and I came in right away to have the stuff ready for you.
Thanks, Melanie.
You're
Appreciate
welcome. These are all the deposits for the last 3 months.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead and take a look at those.
Can I see?
There's quite a few. Let me know if you have questions.
Whoa. Hold on, these have my signature all over them. Every page.
Yeah, just like I told you, Will.
There's a problem.
What?
I didn't sign this. It's my signature, but I didn't sign these.
See?
I didn't write this.
Mr. Young, if I can just say something, there could be 2 things going on here. One, someone is changing the deposit amount before it hits the bank, and that's cash that would be hard for us at the bank to prove. All we count is the money that's given to us in hand. Or 2, we could look at where the money is going out of your account, and perhaps we can track it down that way.
Mel, can you give me a copy of all these withdrawals for the same 3 months?
I could do that. I'm thinking more along the lines of check and debit card activity. Okay. Mr. Young, how do you pay bills at the church?
I just usually have my assistant Faith pay it with a debit card online.
Okay, let me see here. It looks like the debit card goes to monthly bills. Utilities, gas, I have water, so this is safe.
Great, well that's good. It narrows it down.
I also have some posted transactions here by check, but they're one-time things. I have a Faith Tabernacle for $500, Beautiful Gate Temple for $2,000, and Greater Love, $3,000. Do any of these sound familiar?
Yeah, these are all ministries I donate to all the time.
Okay, now here's some more transactions. I have one for $3,000, $4,000, $800, $2,500.
Okay, where are those going to?
Let's see. It looks like FF Ministries.
That's our family account. That's only we rarely use that account.
Who has access to it?
Only the family. It stands for First Family Ministries.
Well, it looks like someone is writing checks from the church right into your business account, then cashing the checks.
Do you have copies of these checks?
Of course.
Okay, thanks.
This is crazy.
Let me see here. Let me get them for you. It looks like you did it again. Look.
That's not my signature.
Well, Mel, all this stuff is day-stamped and logged on camera, right?
Yes, of course.
I mean, can you show us a video of who's making these transactions so we can see as clear as day who's done it?
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just not authorized to do that.
Then who does?
No one here does, but let me try Mrs. Garrison at the other branch.
Angie, let me talk to Angie personally, actually. Her son's marrying my daughter.
Here you go.
Thank you. Hey, Angie, hey, it's William.
Pastor, I was just talking you up. Yeah, we were just having a conversation about you. I heard what happened at the church yesterday.
Hey, listen, I'm here at the Lakewood branch with Melanie. I need a favor. Can you give me access to the camera surveillance logs? I need to find out who's stealing money from the church.
Sure. Yeah, I can. I just have to do that from here, so, can you meet me later at the office?
All right, I'm on my way right now. Bye. Brenda, can you finish up here? I'm gonna go see.
Sure, no worries. Okay.
Thank you, Melanie.
You're welcome.
He's on his way right now. So we can do this one of 2 ways. Either I tell him or you tell him.
I'll tell him.
The truth?
Well, if
If he believes it's the truth, then it's the truth.
True.
Can I help you, sir?
It's here to see Miss Garrison. She's expecting me.
Oh, you must be Pastor Young.
I am.
If you don't mind, you can have a seat. I'll let her know that you're here. Help yourself with some coffee or hot water. I'll be
Thank you.
Pastor Young?
Yes.
You can follow me this way.
Thank you.
Miss Garrison, we got Pastor Young here. Come on in, William.
Hey.
Thank
hey.
you, Jackie.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing here?
Sit down. We need to talk.
You're not about to tell me that it's you on those videotapes I'm about to see, right?
It's not that simple.
Sheila, did you take this money or not?
William.
Sheila, did you take the money? Answer the
William, let her explain.
A few months ago, I got a call at the church from Yolanda Boone, the president of the Bishop's Board Wives Committee. She invited me to lunch to talk about your impending nomination. She gave me all the ins and outs, who I needed to befriend, who I should steer clear of, which I thought was kind of nice for her to help me fit in. But then she threw me a question that I wasn't ready for, but I answered her like I knew everything she was talking about. She said, "Do you know your fees are due by next weekend?" I quickly answered, "What were the fees again?" And she said $35,000 for the bishop and $15,000 for his wife. I asked her, what if we couldn't pay them by the time they needed it? She said then we would have to wait for someone to die for another opportunity to become ordained. I knew we didn't have that kind of money, William, but I also knew how hard you've worked and how long you've waited for this. You were so excited. You had this new pep in your step after hearing the news of your nomination. I couldn't let money stop you from progressing in the organization.
So you're telling me that you stole money from the ministry we worked so hard to build into what it is today. You're telling me, right?
It didn't start out like that. I came to Angie for help.
No, she came to me for a short-term loan for $50,000 that she said she could pay back. She had mentioned that you were having some personal credit issues, but that she'd also convinced me that the church was making the money and could afford to pay me back. So I gave her the loan, and I used my signature as a personal guarantee to secure everything for you guys.
So now you're making our private matters, you're making them public. That's disrespectful. And then you give Yolanda Boone $50,000 without even consulting with me first. What is wrong with you, Sheila?
I did this for you.
No, you didn't. Sheila, you stole money from New Revelation members. Those people look to me as their spiritual father, and you're my wife. They trust us with their lives and with their money. How am I going to explain this? Huh? We're going to lose everything we worked for. And on top of that, you tried to pin it on someone else and make it look like someone else did it.
That is not what I intended. I just didn't want anybody to find out until I paid the money back.
Who helped you?
Nobody.
Then how did you get Deacon March to change the records?
I didn't. I changed them after he was done.
How?
Well, I logged into your account, William, and I changed them. It wasn't that hard. All your passwords are the same for everything. I didn't take the cash because it wouldn't match Faith's deposit the next day. So I would write a check for the cash that was collected that week. And those amounts fluctuate.
And what did you do with that money?
I would come pay Angie.
ruined.
No.
We're ruined.
No. I gave us a chance. You would have never sacrificed for us like that. What were you gonna do? Wait all those years for someone to die? Our time is now. Can't you see that? We can fix this. We can fix this, William.
She's right, William. You worked all these years to be in this position. So whether you want to be in this position or not, you're here.
No.
William, where are you going? William, we can fix this.
Good to see you again. You're looking beautiful.
Thank
My
you, Bishop.
goodness,
Thank
just
you,
glowing.
thank
You remember Bishop Jackson and Bishop Marshall?
Yes, I do
Nice to meet
remember.
you.
You spoke at the last midwinter session, correct?
Yes, I did. How'd you remember that?
Oh, Bishop, it helped me deal with so much I've been dealing with. Whew.
Amen. Amen. It's always good to know the word of the Lord.
Yes, yes, yes.
Is Pastor Young ready?
Yes, he told me to set you all up in the conference room.
That's great.
Do you all want anything?
No,
Water,
no,
coffee?
no. Thank you,
okay.
thank you.
Okay, right this way.
We just want to come in and have this meeting.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't that much. It's a gift. That's what you do when people come and visit.
I'm just saying that sometimes it can be misconstrued as something.
That's what? I'm not trying to buy my way into this leadership position.
Here, let me fix it. Here, hold this. Come here.
It's the tie.
Okay, so just blame everything on me.
Okay, and what is that gonna prove?
Well,
Everything you do is a reflection on me, Sheila. Don't you understand that?
Well, what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say exactly what happened. I'm gonna tell them the truth. But why would I start lying now and be dishonest because we had this event happen on Sunday? It doesn't make sense.
You're just too good for your own good sometimes.
I'm too good for my own good. What does that even
Yes.
mean? What are you talking about?
Hold on.
You're starting to act like this is about you and not me.
Who has been supporting your vision all of these years,
Wow.
William?
Supporting my vision, what does that have to do with
Yes.
anything? What
I was
what
the
does that
first
even...
official member of this
Sheila.
church. This is not all about you. Our whole family has poured their lives into this.
I know that, baby.
Can't
Hey.
you see we are talking
Sheila, don't start
here?
with her.
Bishop Edwards is waiting for you in the conference room like you asked.
Okay, great, great. Thank you so much, baby. Make sure they have waters and they're
Oh,
taken
yes,
care
sir.
of
They
and
have
all that good
everything
stuff.
they need. Did you
Okay,
need
great.
anything?
You know what? We're fine.
I'll take a water. I'll take a water.
Well, I suggest you take yourself to the water fountain downstairs.
Faith,
then.
give us a second.
She just completely disrespected me.
If you started.
Wow, how much was it for? My goodness. Yeah, I'll let the bishop know. Thank you.
Pastor, what happened?
Another one.
That's the third one this week, Bishop.
We're gonna have to do something about that. Can't keep letting this go.
Afternoon, gentlemen. How you doing?
How they going, First Lady?
Look at you. You know what this is.
Good to see you, darling. Good to see you.
Thank you. Listen, Pastor Young, we just gonna cut to the chase here. Cause one, I got a 2 o'clock, and then Pastor, his wife has an appointment. Listen, so news travels fast. We heard what happened here with young Kenneth on Sunday with the men coming to visit your church. Amen.
Right, and I can rest assure you, Bishop, that everything has been handled properly, professionally. Everybody's fine, nothing to worry about.
Pastor Young, but it's all over the newspaper about your gambling issues. I mean, it's not a good look for a bishop-elect.
You know, that's media. You know, that's all trash that they're spreading. Them is all lies. I was not gambling. They heard one story and they ran with it. You know, they didn't even ask anyone from our side for a statement.
Listen, with all that's going on, the organization will not be making you a bishop.
So as committed as we've been to the organization, they can't be here for us through a tough time? No.
Well, you can't.
We've always been here for them.
Sheila,
they can't
stop.
be here for
No,
us.
no, Pastor Young.
This is ridiculous.
Pastor Young, let her finish. Where has the organization been when you've needed them?
Pastor Young, the bishops and I have both been in situations where we needed the organization to aid us and our churches, and they haven't been there. Yet and still, we've paid our fees religiously, year in and year out, on time, every time, and nothing. But let us be late. Let us not pay. They'll be ready to kick us out, push us to the side, sit us down, all of those things.
The question we're asking is, what are we paying for?
Exactly.
You would be asking yourself, right?
This woman has discernment. Pastor, when you have a good woman, you have to keep her. First Lady, I appreciate your frankness. But let me explain. I am the chairman of the Bishop's Board, meaning when we have meetings and we have certain agendas and protocols that we have to follow, I'm over that. When we have a bishop-elect, like Pastor Young, for example, we bring him before the board, I read off his credentials and what he's done and see if he's ready to become one of us. But when it comes to finances, that is all handled by the presiding bishop in that office. They have dominion over the finances, the fees, and the benefits that is supposed to be given to you all for paying into the organization.
And I bet no one called and asked if you needed any benefits or services when you needed them here Sunday.
Nope. Sure weren't.
That's exactly what we're saying.
You know, Bishop, with all due respect, I hear you, but I don't understand.
Bishop Marshall, Bishop Jackson, and myself are heading up a new organization. We are calling it the United Church. It's going to be full of pastors, bishops, leaders who are on the forefront and the cutting edge of ministry. And we are looking to do something that's going to be a support system. We're all like-minded individuals. We want you to be a part, son.
We want you to align yourself with us. We want you to be a bishop, a part of our affiliation.
That organization's all about power and money, and people pay their way to the top, and they never leave. They die in position. And people like you pour all their money into it, expecting to get help from the bigger churches, and you never do. And that's what you signed up for, isn't it? And what do? Spend your money on things that never affect you and spend it on your dime.
How fast are you all thinking about moving?
We're sending a letter to all the member churches and presiding bishops soon, so we want to include you in everything, put you on the list.
Yep, it'll be good if you're on the list, son.
Bishop, I appreciate it. I just need some time to think about this.
William, you should do this.
Bishop, like I said, if you would please give me some time to pray.
First Lady, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with prayer. You let your husband pray, okay? We all pray. Amen. All I ask is that while we're praying and we're talking amongst each other, let it be amongst each other. I don't need anybody else finding out about this before we're ready to let the news out, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good. So if there's not anything else, we'll be on your way. Okay? First Lady?
Where's the money?
Money.
What money?
The money we paid to Yolanda Boone.
How much did you pay? How much money did you guys pay?
We paid her $50,000.
$50,000. Bishop, get on the phone with the lawyer right now. Call him, tell him I need them added to the list of those people, and then that we need to see him immediately. After that 2 o'clock, we're going to have to run right over there. Pastor, listen, Yolanda Boone was the unofficial fee collector for the presiding bishop.
Unofficial?
Unofficial. You ain't supposed to be collecting them fees. That's illegal. We don't do that. We don't do that here. You don't pay to minister and be a part of our affiliation. That's wrong.
Right. Well, where is the money?
Unfortunately, that money, along with Yolanda Boone, is as good as gone.
All right, okay. You coming back tonight, right?
Yes, I'll be here after rehearsal, but can you wash those clothes in there in my bag for me?
What? Okay, all right. Well, can you get me a movie and some ice cream?
Wait, you can't answer no question with a question, girl.
I just did.
Whatever, I got you, all right?
I got you, baby.
All right, I'll see you tonight.
All right, be careful,
All right,
okay?
cool.
All right.
See you later.
Oh, and no dairy. You know how to do that.
Whatever, I got you.
Okay, baby.
Just wash them clothes.
Yeah, I got you. See ya.
All right, bye.
Grab him. Kenny, my man. Come on, Kenny. Make it easy on yourself. I don't want you to lose that baby face. And I don't want to hurt my hands either.
Come on, look, I told you I was gonna get you the money, all right? I just need a few more days.
A few more days? I just need a few more days. Today is payday, Kenny. Rent's due, and management wants to see you. Taking on my car. Come on.
Daddy, can you pass my soda on the counter, please?
Yeah, baby. Let me grab you a glass. Look, you need to cut back on this soda.
How come you haven't told us what the Bishop's board said?
Are you out the running?
No, I'm not out the running. I actually have a chance. I just have to pray on it.
You've been praying all these years. I don't see the point in all that.
It's not that easy. Why do we have to make easy choices so hard? Just do what's best for you and your family, and the rest will take care of itself, remember?
Oh, yeah, you taught us that, Daddy.
Yeah.
I did teach you that, but you...
No buts. You taught us that, too.
I agree with them, William. You should do what's best for your family. That's what I would do.
Really?
I know that look. You guys aren't telling us something.
Girls, your mother has some information she wants to share with everyone.
Come on, Ma. Spit it out.
What?
I took the money from the church.
What?
And there it is.
I did it for your father. I did it to pay for your father to become bishop. The organization has these fees. I wasn't going to let money stand in his way of becoming bishop, so I paid them the $50,000 they asked for.
Ma, you are the first lady of the church. People trust you, Ma.
Our family news is going to be run through the mud.
Done.
Do you know how many people know us in this city? Do you know how many phone calls and texts I've gotten from people for seeing your name in the paper for gambling, Daddy?
Yeah.
We're ruined.
Listen, we're not ruined. We're gonna get through this, I promise. I just need some time to figure things out.
So, did you tell the Bishop's board where the money came from?
No. So at least we have that covered, right?
Not quite.
Why not quite?
Why not quite?
The lady I gave the money to ran off with it.
Wow.
You've got to be kidding me.
See? God don't like ugly. That's what you get.
Excuse me? You better watch your mouth. I don't care how grown you think you are. This is my house, and I will not be disrespected.
Whoa. First off, this is our house, and I'm the head. And nobody's gonna be disrespecting no one around here. You got that? Now sit down. As a matter of fact, sit down, Key.
But she just really...
Carla, not right now. Technically, no one knows about this yet. So what we need to do as a family is figure out how to tell the truth about the situation without ruining relationships with the members.
If they find out the truth, Daddy, it's a wrap.
Either way, it's a mess.
Don't tell them nothing. Too much to lose.
She has a point.
I'm with you, Key.
Wait a minute. Did anyone just hear what I just said? Dishonesty and deception is the reason we're in this mess in the first place. Now, we're not going down that road, and that's fine.
I'll get it. It's Arnold picking me up for the movies.
Key. No, I can't believe y'all have this conversation. I understand not doing this anymore, but
look, Key, look, I don't have all the answers, so I don't know.
Daddy!
Why is you yelling?
Reverend Young. So lovely to see you.
Look, My son's not here. I don't know where he's at.
I already know where Kenny is. He's lying in my trunk.
Kenny!
Reverend.
Okay. Call the police, Key. Give me my son!
If you call the police, you will never see Kenny again. And I'll be long gone before they get here. Look, Reverend, we just came to square this all away.
Who's we?
Who's we? Go bring everybody in. You mind if I have a seat?
Son. Look, I don't... Presiding Bishop Miller, what are you doing here?
Came to get my money.
Money? What money?
The money your son owes me.
Wait. Kenny, I thought you were making bets on games at Vickie Trans.
I was.
I own Vickie Trans.
What? Wait a minute, you sent these goons to my church on Sunday?
You know, actually that worked out a lot better than I had hoped for. I just expected them to go get Kenny.
Yeah, we got the call and we went. Didn't think you'd still be at church. Sorry.
What do you want from us? We don't have any more money.
I know. Yolanda only gave me a portion of it. She ran off with the rest.
So what do you want?
Your loyalty. I know Bishop Edwards and Bishop Jackson came to see you. I know that they're pulling out. I know that they're trying to destroy everything that I built because I'm a woman and I do it better than they do. They want control and I will not let them have it.
What if I say no?
Do you notice how easily I let the newspaper use the word gambler instead of Kenny?
Wait, you made them do that?
We comp a lot of people at Vickie Trans. The newspaper are my friends.
This is not right.
Oh, you are a pretty girl. I know your future mother-in-law very well. Annette asked me to join the LA board of the community bank over 10 years ago. We go through all of the loans. I personally saw a loan for $50,000 that your mother took out. Does the church know that you're using their hard-earned money to pay it back?
Wait a minute, you trying to kill my father's legacy and he did nothing to you.
Son.
No, you are trying to kill your father's legacy by the choices you've made. Take responsibility for your actions. I didn't gamble no money away, and I surely didn't use my members' money to pay for a position. Pastor Young, you have two choices. You can either pledge your allegiance to me and the organization, or I bury you in the filth you call your family.
Just give me some time to think about this. Please.
Oh, why are you going to make this harder than it has to be? Come on, why keep them in turmoil? There's only one choice here. You do what's right. You make the best choice for your family. You have until Friday. If I don't hear from you, the story runs Saturday, and just enough time to see who shows up on Sunday. Oh, God bless you. God keep you.
Family? Reverend.
have wanted to do was preach.
Someone is stealing from this ministry. And that someone is in this room right now.
Okay, so you're not going anywhere. Who's to say you're not taking money out that bag to help you with those 3 growing boys you have?
Some nerve you have, considering the church has to lend you money every month to help you cover your mortgage payment.
What gets put in the log is what I receive. I'll quit before I get called a liar and a thief.
If you walk out that door, I'll call the police right now and have you arrested.
I'm not going to ask you again.
I have nothing to hide. If you think I've done something wrong, then prove it.
That's our family account. That's only we rarely use that account.
Who has access to it?
Only the family. Can you give me access to the camera surveillance logs? I need to find out who's stealing money from the church.
Either I tell him or you tell him.
Do you have a gambling problem?
That's media. You know, that's all trash that they're spreading. Them is all lies. I was not gambling. They heard one story and they ran with it. If you would please give me some time to pray.
I don't need anybody else finding out about this.
I was gonna wait till after my sermon this morning to address an issue that we're having here in Revelation, but I feel the Lord.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine as long as I want my money. Get 'em right now. Go give me my money.